Welcome to the channel, Journey's channel. Matthew Pahl, Waukesha, Wisconsin trial. Matthew was taken in by detectives and questioned. This video was played in court. Emotionless much? Is he telling the truth? Did he know where she was? But there's one piece of evidence that knew where he was and his location. And that was the ping. GPS and phone data. The unraveled Matthew's alibi.
Well,
there is audio, Judge, and
I'm not going to ask my reporter to try to transcribe it. Is that okay with you?
yes, please.
Is that okay with the defense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good.
Do you guys talk to your daughter on a regular basis?
How are
Is
you
it
today?
estranged? I don't know what the relationship's like.
Oh,
Have you been watching this trial?
My daughter moved. She's on the stage. She's happy with.
Have you talked to her recently in the last
No, not recently. I talked to her a little bit when Stephanie was up north in July, going into August. That's where I had somebody else help me with my foot. In May, it was really bad. I couldn't even stand in the shower. I needed a caretaker, and she came over once in a while and helped me.
Stephanie did, or the caretaker?
Stephanie did.
You just
And
don't
I
listen to
had
his
somebody
lies,
else help me,
guys.
but she.
Where's she living?
You know, he acted
Mostly
like
at her
she never
parents',
lived there.
except when she would come over and help me.
Okay.
She
He
went
never
up
lived
north
anywhere
in,
except with you.
up at the Dells, and she texted me many texts saying that, you know, she was sorry what happened to my leg, that, you know, she wished that she would have called me that day. That's a whole different story in itself for
He
happening.
didn't
But
know about her diary.
if we would have been together, it would never have happened. But that's a whole different story. And she
Oh, great.
She
Is this a
texted me
recap?
saying
This
that
is a
I feel
recap.
so helpless. My family's, nobody in my family gives a shit about me. I mean, I can pull it right off my phone.
Sure.
I can show you right off my phone. Yeah, or I'm sure, right? You guys, maybe you got my phone tapped. Maybe you already know. I don't know.
Nobody's tapping anyone's
Okay,
phone.
but I have the text, and she's begged me to pick her up. She said, "Please pick me up. And something happened up north where she just snapped. She freaking snapped, and they said that she went out in the woods, and they had to find her out in the woods.
Where?
Up north, in the Dells.
Who? Is there somebody who lives up north? Like, what was she doing up north?
Well, her parents have a place up there, timeshare, just like my family does.
So who from her family was telling you about her wandering off into the woods?
Well, she told me, and the little time that I talked to Layla was like really concerned, and they just totally alienated her up there, and her depression, and I told her, I said, please do not take the medication that one of the doctors is prescribing you. One of the doctors was just way prescribing her too much medication, and one of
Just stopping this for fair use. If you've been watching the trial, but now more has come out, okay, during the trial, because on Monday, the final witnesses. So perhaps Monday that the prosecution, the DA is going to rest, you know, maybe, but I think so, the final witnesses. And what we've heard during the trial, you know, this man lies. This man is a total loser. Total loser. She wrote a diary. She had nowhere to go, remember? See, you got to listen to what he says now. And we're just doing recaps, just going over of what he has said in this interview. I'm not sure. Do you know how they found her diary? Because it's a wonder he didn't throw it away. But maybe he knew about her diary and her feelings and her problems to end her life and wish she was gone and not her brother. You know, all those emotions. And she says she has no friends. She says she has nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. Her life is not her own. Her money's not hers, it's his. Her phone is not hers, it's his. Every bit of money, she wasn't even allowed to have a bank account. Or she had a bank account, but she couldn't have control over it. He smacked her upside her head. He smacked her with bottles over her head. He burst her eardrum a few times. She had bruises all over her body. She was kicked, punched, couldn't walk. Her tailbone was bruised for days. But her parents lived by. They lived in Delafield. They were right there. He paints her as a drug user. And he's going to call her doctor to say, hey, you're over prescribing her medication. You know, what's it to do with you? Her doctor prescribed her those Z's for her anxiety and stuff like that. And in her diary, she said that she would never, never exceed the amount because she knows exactly the amount she needs. Apparently, she had epilepsy, maybe a few other health issues. But he is painting her to be a raving lunatic that wants to end her life. Maybe she has said that because it was in her diary. But when she's writing that, it's because she's been so badly abused and beaten up. That's her only way out because she says she had nowhere to go. And he made sure she had nowhere to go. Yet he repeatedly says, she never lived with me. Yet she says she has nowhere to go. Which is it? So by listening to what he has to say, you will get the bigger picture of what we know today during the trial. You see, yes, he did go for that appointment that day, but he was late. His phone was, you know, like 16 minutes or something. He was hanging around, and Stephanie's body was found, they call it the woods. It's not much of the woods, but it's amongst trees, okay? Surrounding a small golf course and the trails. A little woods. It's a tree area surrounding some company. And his location was tracked and his cloud. He deleted texts. His phone pinged in the same area that Stephanie's body was found. I mean, what are you doing in the woods? She came to your appointment. She didn't come to your appointment. If you're going to an appointment with you, wouldn't you go inside? She did go with him. She was at Quit Trip. She was seen with him at Quit Trip. And that Quit Trip is only about a mile away. Okay, just a little way away in Pewaukee. And then you just go on Gulf Road, and there is the place where he was going for his therapy, which is not very far. It's on the same road, Gulf Road, County Road. And Delafield and Pewaukee are so, they get a little bit mixed up. They say near Delafield, Pewaukee, but apparently it's kind of on the border of Delafield and Pewaukee. So where did she go? She came with you. She'd have no phone. Yeah, the phone was on her, but it didn't end up on her, did it? So what snapped from the Quit Trip to his appointment? What happened between there and there? Now, what did he say? Let's go take a walk? Let's go take a walk in the woods. Who does that? Who says go take a walk in the woods? So did it happen in the car? He strangled her? Because they don't know how she died. They don't know how she died. So did he strangle her? Her body stayed in the truck. And then he took her back there in the darkness. I mean, pretty busy around there. Not real busy, but pretty busy. And so, yeah, so just going to sit and listen to this, and you just listen closely to what he says. Closely. Loser.
One of them is Zoloft, and I have medical people in my family, and that's one of the black
I'll
box
put that guy outside cutting the
can actually
grass.
cause homicidal or suicidal situations. People, and that's documented. That's not coming from me. You can look up the research. I'm not trying to be Joe Know-it-all here. I mean, that's pretty much everybody knows that some of those serious antidepressants are not good.
Agreed, yeah.
So something snapped in her, and she said, please come and pick me up. And I picked her up from home, and she came, helped me for a little bit. She helped me, she went with me to look at a bed in case I was going to purchase it, because I wasn't going to be able to put it, because at that time I'm still supposed to be on crutches right now. I mean, you can get I have a 3-prong fracture in my foot.
Yeah, but that day she went missing, you were walking up and down the stairs with no crutches, okay?
I couldn't
He's a liar.
move that good.
Yeah.
Just this last 2 weeks going through therapy, it finally broke through and the swelling went down, and I'm actually able to get my feet in the shoes now.
Good.
Otherwise, I was on crutches and in a walking boot. So, we went to the bed thing, and she just...
I remember he used to take her medication.
She
wasn't allowed to take her own medication, and he would be taking.
And she was always really sneaky with stuff, you know. I try to help her with that stuff, but she was always trying to escape whatever demons were in her head. She just wanted to.
Detective Seitz, before this portion of the interview started, had you told Mr. Pahl anything about Stephanie or her whereabouts?
I don't believe so before this portion.
Okay. Did he know why he was there to talk to you?
No.
Did you tell him that you were there to investigate the death of Stephanie?
No.
Had anyone up to the point made any death notification to Mr. Pahl?
No.
Okay. We can play the next clip, please.
Just talk to your daughter on a regular basis? Is it?
I asked about Stephanie, why this happened to her. When I first met Stephanie, she was absolutely fine up here, okay? She was diagnosed with grand mal seizures during this period where
Second slide should be, this is 4. This should be slide 3.
Yeah, I wonder why. Because you keep hitting her across her head, beating her butt up.
Okay. So I think we need to go back to slide 2. There we go. Nope, that's one Jerry. Okay. Yes, please, please. Yeah.
Do you guys talk to your daughter on a regular basis? Is it estranged? I don't know what the relationship's like.
Oh, no, my daughter moved. She's on the stage. She's happy with.
Have you talked to her recently in the last?
No, not recently.
He
I
even
talked
thinks his
to
daughter's
her a
not
little
his
bit
daughter, but his
when they
brother's.
were- Stephanie was up north.
Oh, but I don't want to take a DNA.
July, going.
I mean, that's what he said.
Can you go back to the previous slide? I don't know if this one's played because this should start in 1999.
We saw the video, Matthew. You're walking up and down them stairs, in and out the door, quite.
Already that you didn't do anything wrong. All we have is some basic questions for you, okay? Again, we're not trying to trick you.
That's what I've heard before, and that's what you say, but how do I know?
Because all I'm asking you is to have a little faith that I'm not lying to you, okay? You've never met us, all right? I'm asking you just to go on a little bit of a limb that I'm not.
That's what I live on, faith, because that's a hell of a lot stronger.
Making her pay for laptops to send to the
I don't
Philippines
hope I
out of her
have faith,
money.
okay?
If at any
Because
point,
I know I didn't do anything wrong, for whatever reason you have me here.
that's what I want to talk about,
It
okay?
doesn't matter what you found in my apartment. Everything that I have in my apartment is legal. Okay?
Rick,
I wouldn't be that freaking stupid if I did have something illegal. I would not have something.
Matt, nobody thinks you're stupid, all right? And again, if we start disrespecting you, then
No, but I'm just
Oh,
saying,
yeah, sweet. Yeah.
I go
Yeah.
by my gut, okay?
That's why I gotta
And
listen to this again, you know?
if I feel that, I'm gonna be played, that's it, attorney,
I'm not trying to
Plus
play
he
you.
was seen with her, a quick
Yeah, we're just having a
trip.
conversation, that's all this.
And again, we have some real basic questions, and you can answer whatever questions you choose to. If you don't want to answer a question, don't answer it.
but I'm not,
Do you have any,
I will-
are you curious at all about why we want to talk to you?
well, of course I am.
And that's kind of why
That's
we,
why I asked
right, because we haven't accused you of doing anything wrong,
was
right?
it something that happened yesterday? I mean, I went right over by the police. I mean, nobody,
We're not here about anything yesterday, okay? Okay, and neither of us has accused you of doing anything wrong. All we want to do is
No,
talk to you.
not yet, but you have a job. Your job is to
Define-
make a case.
Yeah,
Find the truth.
Yeah, fact
Oh, my
finders.
God.
You know what I mean?
Please, I hope so.
That's all we're,
Like I said,
I mean,
me and Brian are not about putting stuff on people that didn't do it. Okay, I promise you. All right? I know you never met us, but I'm shooting you straight. Okay?
Oh, I've seen both you guys before.
Okay.
Believe it or not.
We have no
Very
desire.
observant.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
well, that's good. That's something handy.
I've seen you make a few busts in the undercover capacity.
Let's talk about Stephanie. What is she to you?
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Stephanie is the mother of my daughter.
That's it? That's what she
You guys
means to
already
you?
know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you guys have a current relationship?
Gotta think about that one. Oh my God. Ugh.
We've always had some type of relationship with helping each other.
Of course he wants
Yeah.
your drugs, man. He wants her medication.
She
Mhm.
helped me. She was spending a lot of time with her family and friends, and
She wasn't.
she
had no
helped
friends.
me recently when I broke my ankle.
So she said.
She helped me out quite a bit, and I was quite thankful for that. I had a few other family members that helped. When I've been with her, this is well documented with her doctors. It's well documented with the suicide attempts that she's made in numerous places.
You see, he
Back
knew
in
this.
April,
That's
she
why he's
took a whole bottle of
saying it.
pills by her parents' house, and they just kind of blew it off like it was nothing. And I tried to get her to stop the medications, to get help.
Yeah.
What did she take when
Yeah,
she
you're a
overdosed
liar.
by
You
her
tried her
parents?
to get help, all right, by
Like, what
beating
was
her
she taking?
ass.
She was taking,
No, you were taking.
one of the doctors was prescribing her a lot of medications, antidepressants.
Dari says that she
pain
couldn't even take her own
medications,
medication because you did. You took it all.
benzoins, and a lot of times I would go with her to pick up the medications, which
Yeah.
the pharmacist
make sure you get 'em.
has well documented that I would go there and pick them up, or we would go together. And a lot of times I would give the medications my daughter. Allegedly, my daughter, there's never been a DNA test to definitively prove that, okay? I believe in my heart she's my daughter, but I have a brother that's deceased that
Yeah.
we're very close to each other, and we all lived together at one time, 20 years ago, so.
Blame the brother.
Getting back to your, what was it?
You said she takes antidepressants, so she's been diagnosed with depression.
Oh yeah, I actually, what's going on here?
Do you know where she is? Do you know when's the last time you saw her?
Yeah, when was the last time?
No,
You don't know
No.
where she is?
He said
Do
he
you remember
don't.
the last time you saw her?
no, weeks ago,
Weeks ago?
and I'm sick to my stomach
Why is that?
Oh my God.
because I have
See?
a bad feeling.
Walk me through the last, when you said you saw her a few weeks ago, where were you guys?
Yeah, come on. Where were you? It's only a few weeks
I can't
ago.
recall the exact time that I saw her.
I can't recall.
Do you want to go to that, or do you want to stick on the antidepressants? And
Changing the
few times
subject.
I had to go to the hospital with her because she was in such poor condition.
We
Just
we'll come
asking
back
you
to that.
when
I
you
just-
I
saw her
also
last.
have documentation. I called the suicide line. She attempted to slash her wrist.
Uh-huh.
When was that?
Yeah, when was that?
She started this stuff 3 or 4 years ago.
3 or 4 years
and
ago.
I just didn't know where my place was in that. I wanted to do
place was
everything I could for her, but
The abuser.
I didn't want her to get locked up in a mental home, and she kept telling me that she was getting better, she was gonna get better. She was recently seeking treatment to the hospital. But I would say the last year, she was just, since the beginning of the year, she was just out of control.
With what? Like as far as what?
It's just threatening suicide.
You were out
all
of
the
control.
time. Threatening suicide all the time, slashing her wrists.
You had 2
taking
women on the
pills.
go.
And it really, it really got to me. It was really a serious situation.
Well, it sounds like it. I mean, taking a bunch of pills like that and slashing the wrist, what was she being like? Well, why was she depressed? What was she feeling that way from?
She just wanted to be a mother. I mean, part of this whole ordeal is her kid was taken away from this exact entity.
Really? You see, now what, if you watch the trial like many have, followed the trial, what a loser. He can't even remember the last time he seen her. Well, of course, he was on video at Quick Trip. They were both outside the apartment that day. I mean, he couldn't even tell the truth about that.
Listen to slide 3, which starts at 20:08:54.
Do you guys talk to your daughter on a regular basis? Is it estranged? I don't know what the relationship's like.
Oh no, my daughter moved. She's on a stage. She's happy with.
Have you talked to her recently in the last?
No, not recently. I talked to her a little bit when Stephanie was up north in July, going into August.
He even sounds like he's on drugs.
That's where I had somebody else help me with my foot. In May, it was really bad. I couldn't even stand in the shower. I needed a caretaker, and she came over once in a while and helped me.
Was that
loser.
Andy or the caretaker?
Stephanie did, and I had somebody else help me, but
Where's she living?
mostly at her parents, except when she would come over and help me.
Okay.
She went up north in
Is that what
up
her
in the
mother
Dells,
said?
and she texted me many texts saying that, she was sorry what happened to my leg, that, she wished that she would have called me that day. That's a whole different story in itself what happened, but if we would have been together, it never would have happened, but that's a whole different story. And she texted me saying that I feel so helpless. My nobody in my family gives a shit about me. I can pull it right off my phone.
Sure.
I can show you right off my phone. Yeah, or I'm sure you guys, maybe you got my phone tapped. Maybe you already know. I don't know.
Nobody's tapping anyone's
Okay,
phone.
but I
You got my
have the
phone
text,
tapped?
and
He
she
doesn't
begged
even
me
know.
to pick her up. She said, "Please pick me up.
So now you
And
know he's
something
worried about
happened
his
up
phone.
north where she
Sure was. That's why you deleted
just
those texts.
snapped. She freaking snapped, and
No, you freaking
They
kidnapped
said
her.
that she went out in the woods and they had to find her out in the woods,
Where?
up north in the Dells.
Who, is there somebody who lives
Up
up north? Like, what
north.
was she doing up north?
Up the hills.
Well, her parents have a
That's
place up
about
there,
2 hours
timeshare,
from
just
here.
like my family does.
So who from her family was telling you about her wandering off into the
You
woods?
should know, I live in Waukesha.
Well, she told me, and the little time that I talked to Layla was like really concerned, and they just totally alienated her up there, and her depression. And I told her, I said, please do not take the medication that one of the doctors is prescribing you. One of the doctors was
Yeah,
just
don't
way
take it, 'cause I
prescribing too
need
much
it.
medication. And one of them is Zoloft, and I have medical people in my family, and that's one of the black box that can actually cause homicidal or
Wish they could have taken
suicidal
a drug test on you.
situations
Sure.
for people, and that's documented. That's not coming from me. Look up the research. I'm not trying to be Joe Know-it-all here. I mean, pretty much everybody knows that some of those serious antidepressants are not good.
Agreed, yeah.
So something snapped in her, and she said, please come and pick me up. And I picked her up from home, and she came, helped me for a little bit. She helped me. She went with me to look at a bed in case I was going to purchase it, because I wasn't going to be able to put it, because at that time
Just said that
I'm
earlier.
still supposed to be on crutches right now. I mean, you can get the I have a 3-prong fracture in my foot. I mean, my foot was swollen up like this. I couldn't move
Back
that
to him.
good.
Yeah.
Just this last
Loser
2
leg.
weeks going through therapy, it finally broke through, and the swelling went down, and I'm actually able to get my feet in the shoes now. Otherwise, I was on crutches and in a walking
I
boot.
think they're repeating this part. I
So-
don't know.
We went to the bed thing, and she wasn't right. I told her, I said, I'm looking at you, and something's not right. And she was always really sneaky with stuff, I tried to help her with that stuff, but she was always trying to escape whatever demons were in her head. She just wanted to.
Okay, and slide 4, please.
Do you guys talk to your daughter on a regular basis?
Ask about Stephanie, why this happened to her. When I first met Stephanie, she was absolutely fine up here, okay? She was diagnosed with grand mal seizures during this period where
Okay, and slide 5.
When was the last time you remember seeing Stephanie?
there were a couple times where she just snapped and just left. She would come and go. Sometimes she would come over, and I would just say, what's wrong? And she would say, I gotta go. And her mother always picked her up. So.
Because you said if you think it's been a couple of weeks since you last saw her, if you go back, think about the last time you saw her. Where was that?
It's been over a couple of weeks. I don't remember exactly.
Jesus Christ. Blow your nose, man. Ooh.
Why, where is she?
That's what we're trying to find out.
I don't care. He knows where she
She's
is.
missing. So we're trying to figure out who saw her last,
I
where she
heard
was.
something on the
He didn't even report her missing.
social media that there was an abduction in Delafield.
No,
An
you were
abduction?
looking up.
Some type of an abduction.
When was that?
Or just a couple of days ago. They were looking into some type of abduction. I'm actually, first of all, I don't talk, since this happened, since there was a rift between my side of the family and her side of the family about what happened with Layla. And I don't talk to her mom and dad.
Okay.
We just don't talk. We don't call. We don't. The only person I talk to is Layla, and Layla's a teenager now, and she knows it all, and she does what she wants, and she flip flops from side to side, and so I just let her do her thing because I know I went through the same thing. I was just like her when I was young. I didn't listen, and I try to do my best with her, and telling her to be careful, and don't think you know it all in life because you got a lot to learn. And I actually haven't spoke to her for since they were up north, just a little bit on the video when the whole family up there was fighting. And
That's when you
Wow.
talked to Layla last?
yeah, not much. She was on video and just making goofy eyes and
Sure.
stuff.
Did you just say you just spoke to her
I
a
get
little
what you
bit
said,
ago?
that
Oh
Stephanie
my God.
she goes on these, you said these, like, almost like little episodes where she leaves and comes back.
She
leaves
just
and comes back.
she totally disappeared.
And
And now I'm really worried. I actually wanted to call the parents, and I was also thinking about coming in and making some type of report, but with all the things that have happened to me in the past, I start thinking,
You were thinking.
right away,
This isn't,
right away they're gonna,
right, Matt, this isn't so much about you, it's about Stephanie. We're trying to figure out where she is, who last saw her. That's what we're trying to figure out. So if you can
Yeah,
think
it's
back.
not about
as you
about
said,
you, Paul.
I understand you
It's
said you
about
had a lot of issue
Stephanie.
with her, but
About
recall
your
the last time
sorry
you saw
butt.
her, where it was, did she say anything? Where was she going?
Where were you going, like that kind of stuff?
no, it was close to when we were out looking at beds.
When was that about?
Somewhere in the middle of, somewhere around the middle of last month.
You said there's some kind of conversation in your phone that would, I think you said something about going to look for beds, which we could look
Yeah.
at, what that would be.
No, that's not in the phone.
Middle of last month is when she disappeared, wasn't it?
No, the pictures of the text that I took with some of the things that she was saying to me.
Where did you guys look at beds at?
A few places. We went to Steinhoffel's. We went to
Remember if this was like a weekend, a weekday?
Milwaukee.
Okay. Do you remember if is this the morning, the afternoon, the evening?
See, here's the thing when when I really got worried and didn't understand what was going on is she put her purse in the back of my truck,
Okay.
in the back seat. And I took it out, but I didn't notice
When did
that
she
the
do
purse
that?
was there until I went to the car wash and cleaned. Because
What a
if
liar.
you search the
Oh,
vehicle,
he took his car to the car wash, guys.
I hope you
Uh-huh.
didn't rip open the door. You guys had my keys. You just had to open up the keys with the
Of course he did. You had to wash it
doors
down.
with the keys.
All right, nothing's damaged.
Okay. She, I didn't notice the purse because I had from me not being able to move around, I just threw a bunch of shit in the back of my seat. Bags and clothes and stuff. I have a bag back there from when I go swimming. I have a gym bag because we go to the Y, we go to Planet Fitness.
What woman puts
what kind
her
of
stuff
person
in the
was
back
this,
seat of the car on the floor or wherever and covers it up with
Did
blankets?
she say she jumped in the backseat
Or whatever.
tossed in the backseat or whatever?
I didn't
No, she
notice
didn't.
their purse was in the back seat until I went to the car wash about a week ago.
Yeah.
And I took out my car mats and I started cleaning everything, and lo and behold, I see her purse, and then that's when I was like thinking, well, this is strange. But she's done that before.
Yeah.
She's left with her purse behind.
Yeah.
She also left, so I'm thinking, well, okay, well, the purse is there. She's got her phone. She should be okay.
Yeah.
So,
She has her phone,
then I
does she?
notice when I get home, whenever, after I found the purse, that she left her phone and the iPad at my apartment.
Okay. What was the
Now, the iPad was something that,
Oh,
now, we had our phones
Okay.
on for many years on and off, through one contract, so that was not unusual for us
didn't
to
notice that from
swap
day one?
iPads or swap phones. I
Okay.
mean, you can look into it. It's on T-Mobile up there. I can sit here and bullshit you.
No.
The phone is still on. In fact, I went on the phone and I was looking for any type of messages. I couldn't call her because the phone was at my place.
Matt, remember what kind of purse is it though, is what I'm asking. That she left in the back here.
I couldn't call her because her phone was at my
Black
place.
purse, was there any like marks on it, or did it have anything distinguishable?
Didn't even try to call her.
I mean, I'm not a purse, you know what I mean, like I know women have,
Well, if you guys went into my apartment, did you find a purse?
where was it in there? I didn't spend a whole lot of time there, we had other stuff we were working on, so.
What were you working on?
What's
Were
that?
you looking for her?
No, we weren't working on there. I said we were there for a little while.
her?
Well, what were you looking for then?
For where?
In my apartment.
We're getting there. Like, I'm trying to find out,
Yeah,
like, where was Stephanie last seen? Who was she
Acting like a
last
dummy.
with?
You guys said you went bed or mattress shopping, right? Do you know, okay, so walk me through that day, Matt. Okay, so you guys
Why
went
is he
looking
looking
around
for
at
new
different
stuff
mattresses
when
or
he's
bed frames or
moving
what?
to the
Mattresses?
Philippines?
You said you
And
went to a
selling
couple
stuff.
different places like Steinhoff.
Yeah,
and
we
all
went
that.
to a couple of different places.
Did you guys buy it, order a mattress? Did you buy a mattress?
Yeah,
Okay. You guys come back to your apartment? Do you remember?
yeah. After that, we did.
Did she spend the night?
Yep. I
Okay.
believe she spent the night, and then we went to, the next day we went somewhere, and I believe that's the day she took off.
When did
I
she
believe
not have a
that's the day
job?
she took off, and I
She had a
thought,
job at
well,
one time.
that's nothing new,
What happened to her
because
job?
she's done this, she calls her mom.
When she took off, so you wake up, right? She spent the night. Are you guys at the apartment? Are you staying at the apartment? Do you leave together? Does she leave? Do you leave? Like, that's what we're trying to figure out. Can you walk me through that morning? So you wake up, you said you thought you may have went somewhere? Do you remember where you guys went, or where you went, or where she went?
Yeah, we went to, I was going to, Orthopedic Associates.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so we've paused at
Okay, we got to the
20:27:40
day
time
when they
counter.
were going
Detective, you
to his
started
therapy.
your questioning of Mr. Paul. The first
They
slide
couldn't
started at
Tell us when was the last time
19:59.
he
That sound
saw
accurate?
her in the
Okay.
first place.
And so the first time that you're able to get Mr. Paul to indicate when the last time he saw Ms. Pavlons and where, is that 20:27 in the interview?
Yes.
Thank you. Continue, please.
With you? Did she stay at the apartment?
She went with me to Orthopedic. She went with me a couple times there.
Okay, so that
In
day,
fact,
Why
I
didn't he
was-
say that in the first place?
I was there Friday the 9th. I had a doctor's appointment Friday the 9th when,
9th
there
of
was-
September?
yeah, when there was a huge crime scene there.
But you weren't there, when you last saw her, you said you weren't there.
I was there Friday when I saw a huge crime scene there.
Okay.
What happened there?
Well, real quick, Matt, you said you went with her to an appointment at
Huge
orthopedic.
Christ, what
You guys know
happened?
something you're not telling me.
No, we're trying to figure out where she is or who last saw her. So I guess you just told me, you said you guys went to orthopedics together.
Yeah. I've been going to orthopedics since
Right,
Why
this
is
is the
he
day
asking?
after.
May.
Right, this
It's
is the day
already
after.
was
you
in
guys
the
went Matthew
news.
Yeah, I can't.
That a body had
I
been
can't
found.
recall
He
the
would have
exact
known
dates,
that.
but she went there with me a few times.
Okay, this would be the last time that you would have seen her though, in the last few weeks, you said. This one would be kind of, I would, if you're thinking back, you haven't seen her since this day, and you said you guys went out there.
I believe so.
Does she drive? Do you drive?
I drove, but sometimes in the beginning she drove because I wasn't supposed to drive because of my foot.
Do you remember if you went straight to orthopedics? Do you remember what time you went there, what your appointment was, anything like that?
Well, yeah, I had physical.
You know what time that would have been?
My times were all different.
Morning, afternoon?
Yeah, a lot of times they were in the morning.
Okay. She went with you there?
Yeah, she went with me a few times.
Did you go to your appointment that day, do you remember?
Yeah,
Did she come in with you?
I never missed any of my appointments. No. One time I came out of my appointment and I left the keys in the truck for her.
Is this the same time we're talking about, the day after you went mattress shopping?
No, this is before.
No, so.
So I came, but this is kind of peculiar though.
Okay.
I came out and I walked out and the truck was running. I left the keys in there. If I'm not in the truck, I won't let her drive because I have to watch her because of the seizures and meds she's on. I'm obviously not going to let her drive. That's common sense.
Yep.
But because I wasn't supposed to drive, it's happened before where she's kind of went off the road and I grabbed the wheel. So I go out there and I'm like, what in the hell are you doing? She's like, oh my God, I had to put the air conditioner on. She goes, I lost my bladder. I'm like, what? Why? What are you doing? So immediately I thought that she was taking too many of her pills.
Okay.
Why is she going to appointment and sitting
This
out in
time,
the
this
heat?
day after, you said you had
And there's a
a morning
toilet in the
appointment.
building. Come
And you guys went
on.
out there together. You said when you got out there, you went into your appointment. So this is the last time you would have seen her, it sounds like, okay? Did she come in the building with you, do you remember?
No.
She stayed in the truck?
Yeah, she stayed in the truck.
You finished your appointment,
Yeah.
come out to your truck, and then what?
She's gone.
She's not in the truck anymore?
She's gone, yeah.
Did she have the keys or no? Do you remember?
Oh, no, I had the keys. I had the keys.
She's going to
Did
sit
she
in that
give you any
truck.
indication she was
With
going to
the
go
heat?
anywhere, or like where she
It's
would be
very hot in
going?
August. Very hot.
No. She just,
Maybe it wasn't so hot that day. Who
I
knows?
was just perplexed with a lot of things, how she was acting. I just don't like this. It seems like you guys are trying to get me, for some reason, to
again,
be with her.
No, Matt.
What happened?
Matt.
Where is she?
That's what we're trying to figure out, Matt. We don't know. Yeah, she's been missing,
You
right?
were with her,
You
that's
said
the
you haven't
thing.
seen her for weeks. So we're trying to talk to everybody.
Please tell me. This is not normal for her not to get a hold of me. This is not normal for me not to hear something from her.
Right. When you got back out to your truck, Matt, and she wasn't there,
And then why
did
didn't
you
you say
go
some
in
of
the
them?
building? Did you check the
What,
bathroom?
man? What's going on, man?
That's what we're trying to find out, man.
Man. He's
Okay.
trying to act
Like you
all
said, when
innocent.
you came out here,
What happened?
that's what we're trying to figure out, Matt. Matt,
We're looking into it.
you said when you came out to your truck, she wasn't there. Okay. What happened next?
At that particular time, I thought it was another time that she went and called her mom to pick her up.
Okay. Did you try giving her a call?
No, I couldn't, because she left the phone at the house.
She left her phone at the house?
Yeah, she left the phone at the house.
There you go,
So,
guys.
Like I
There you go, guys. Did you hear that? That's a red flag right there. No, I couldn't call her because she left the phone at the house. Well, there you go. He never found her phone for a while, he said. He's a liar. Right there. Right there. He made a big mistake.
I've done before. I drove up and down looking for her, and I can't, with my leg, I mean, I can't,
No, I got you. What did,
Yeah, you
I mean,
can.
did
You
she
went up
have
and
any bags with
downstairs
her,
in your
any property
apartment.
that she took with her?
We see you on video.
no. No, I don't know what you were just gonna say, but no, I knew that she didn't have her phone that time before I went in because I said, I'll text you or something. She's like, oh no, I forgot my phone. And I thought that was really strange. But that
Okay.
wasn't unusual either. I mean, she's left her phone behind. Sometimes she brings her iPad. I really didn't notice. I just went in, I came out, and she was gone.
When you said you drove up and down, you looked for her.
I don't think
Did
she would
you-
ever forget her phone.
I was thinking that maybe she
Ever.
took a walk up the street.
Did you,
Maybe she called her mom. Maybe she was just venting because she's had a habit of this in the past to run out to the woods, call her mom, do stuff like that.
okay. What did you,
I mean, when
you-
I was over on West Ave, she got really extremely upset over a phone call at Layla, and I got a picture of my phone. She ran out to the bushes, hid in the bushes, and started slashing her wrist. And then she said she was going to jump in front of a train, and I said she didn't have her phone that time either, but she went up, she covered her wrist, she went up to a store, and she called me from the store, and she said, you know, I'm settled down now, you know, and I'm just like, well, what's wrong? Talk to me. And she's like, well, I'll come back and talk to you.
this last time that you saw her when she wasn't in the truck, you said you drove up and down looking for her. Did you ever go back to check the apartment if maybe she got a ride from someone? Did you get hold of her mom? Did you ask her mom if she'd seen her?
No, because me and the mom didn't talk. I mean, if she went with her mom, why wouldn't her mom? Her mom could have called me too.
Do you remember when you got back?
Ask her mom that. Ask her mom why she doesn't call me. Her mom doesn't. No, I'm just saying.
Do you remember when you got back to the apartment? Was she there?
You guys were over there yesterday talking to the parents.
I haven't talked to anybody's parents yesterday. When you,
Somebody was.
Matt, you said when you got back,
Really?
did you go?
Well, if she's missing, that's the first place that you go to is the parents.
You said
She never at
you
her
said
house
somebody-
yesterday.
Yeah.
Not you, but somebody was.
When did you go back here looking for her?
Did I go back to the apartment?
Yeah, after you were looking for her.
Yeah.
Do you remember if she was there at all?
Oh, no.
Is there anything there that gave you an indication that she had been there while you were in your appointment or anything like that?
No, not at this place, but at the last place, she got.
You see, Stephanie's phone pinged near the wooded area near Delafield in Waukesha, Wisconsin. Now, you heard what he said about the phone. She never had her phone. Oh, I'll call you in that. Oh, you can't. I forgot my phone. I left it at the apartment, kind of thing. She had her phone, and her phone pinged in the location. See? He's slipping up. He's slipping up.
Really bad and duplicated my key. Oh, no, she didn't duplicate the key. What did she do? She did something where she was able to get in the door. But it was the drugs that was making her whacked out. So she did some really whacked out stuff sometimes.
Okay, all right. Has she contacted you since then?
No. I'm not a social media person, but since the iPad was at the house, I did look on social media. I did look to see if she was active. Maybe she used her mom's phone or whatever, or and I noticed that her family was unusually active the last couple of days, and I started thinking, oh no, something's not right here, because this is. It's been. There have times that we haven't talked.
How does he know that?
We just done our own things.
I got you.
But not. This is
what? A little
too
different?
long. Yeah, I've been really having a sick feeling.
How long
Bad.
after that you saw her, Matt? How long after that appointment, when you went back to the apartment? You said you went to the car wash or something. That was like recently though. That was a few days ago or a week ago.
Wait a second. I need to. You guys are. I'm being cooperative.
Yeah, I'm not trying to confuse you.
Really
Don't
being
speak
honest.
too
I
fast.
just feel
Get him
like
all
I'm
frustrated.
being
He can't
boxed in
remember
the corner
keep
for
his
some reason.
stories
No,
straight.
like I said, we're trying to figure out who last saw her, where she was going.
Okay, if that's all this was, why wouldn't you call me why wouldn't you call me up on the phone if you have my phone number?
I don't make those decisions.
Because I'm pretty sure the parents have my phone to Layla, but I don't even think I have their updated numbers, because I don't talk to the parents.
Right. You said when Matt,
Not much. I mean, there were times I went over there and we said hi and goodbye to each other, but nothing. We don't talk on social media. We don't talk.
I'm trying to get as much pertinent information regarding Stephanie as I can. Okay. And you said you made a comment a little bit earlier about that, something about her purse in the back of the truck. Something about a car wash. I don't recall. What was that? Is it the same day, or is this more recent?
No. I didn't know. The phone, the iPad and the phone wasn't that strange, but and she's walked away before without her phone and used other people's phones. So, but with the new phone, when I did see it, I thought that was kind of odd. And then when I did do the car wash, I thought it was really odd that the purse was in the back seat of my truck, and she had the wallet was in there. I looked. I mean, the wallet was in there. Her smoking stuff was in there.
Okay. And it would have had to have been in there from the last time you saw her for the appointment, right?
Yeah, I would believe so. Yeah, I would believe so.
I mean, did you see it? Did you see it in the truck the day she left?
Oh, no. It was, I wasn't able to wash my truck for at least 2 weeks after. It was just recently.
Do you remember anything the last time you saw her, the day she left? Did she leave anything in the car that you thought was odd? That you noticed?
Yeah. I didn't notice it right away. I noticed it when I cleaned the car out and I pulled the car mats out, which.
That's when you found the purse.
Which you guys already know. What was in there? Well, come on, man. Stop playing stupid.
We haven't gone through your car, man.
Yeah, I did not.
You just said you had a warrant for the car.
Doesn't mean we did anything with it yet.
I did not. Neither one of us have. We're here talking to you. I'm trying to.
Where is the truck?
We have a truck.
Where?
Not far.
There's nothing you're gonna find in it than what I've already told you.
Well, that's good.
What do you think? You think you think I cut up a body in there or something?
Why would you go to that?
No, man.
Well, why would you take the truck? Usually that's what you take a truck for, is you look for evidence of some type of.
We're trying to be thorough, man. That's all we're trying to do, okay? Just like we would be for anybody that's missing, okay? Why would she throw her, you know why she would throw her purse in the back of the
You
truck?
guys aren't being honest. Oh. Oh.
Do you know
I was
why
gonna
she
play
ever
about
thrown
his
her
foot
purse
hurting
in the way
now.
back in the truck before? Like, and a week goes by or 2 weeks goes by and then all of a sudden you find it when you were cleaning it out?
You're not gonna tell me that this thing going down the road, if something happened to her, that it was my fault, because that's.
Matt, all I'm asking you is questions about the last time you saw her. That's it. I haven't accused you of anything, and neither is my partner.
Did you see
Did I see what?
what was in the car?
I did not look in your truck.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're gonna say somebody else found it or whatever.
I didn't look.
The day that I found the purse.
Yeah.
When I cleaned the truck out, there was a note underneath. There was a note underneath the car mat.
Well, that's,
It wasn't anything that I haven't already heard before through email, through texting about threatening her life.
So you
And-
found the note,
But in the note,
and you left it there.
she didn't
Okay.
threaten her life. She said that, I'm tired of everybody. I hate everybody. I hate you. I hate my parents. Everybody. You know, that type of language.
That note's in your truck now?
Why didn't you say that in the first place?
Yeah.
What a liar.
what did that note make you think?
I just left it there because I have nothing to hide. I mean, come on, guys.
All I'm asking you, man, was that
You guys
note.
aren't stupid. If you're trying to accuse me of something,
Man, no one's accusing you of
I
anything.
wouldn't have any of this stuff. But
So you found that note.
That
Why
note-
didn't you
I
call
didn't
the
know
police?
I didn't know what to think about it, so I left it there.
I'm asking you what you thought the note.
Even my dad has been in the truck since there, and he read it. He said it just sounds like
Your dad
a cry,
said
a plea
different.
for help.
Do you think she left that note that last time you saw her?
Possibly. I can't say for sure. Well, yeah, I have to go pee. It's probably a good educated guess, because I didn't find it. I found it the same day I found the purse, pretty close to the last time I saw her. But then again, there's no data on it, and I have emails on my phone and emails of, other times that she's threatened, threatened. And, numerous times I would call her up and say, look, I know you're getting your medications. I want to go with you, or I'm going to go get them. And if you don't allow me to, I'm going to call the police, and I'm going to call the suicide police. I'm not going to let you take the whole vial of pills.
Yeah.
And there's, when somebody, mental illness is a serious thing, and I did not know this until just recently, but she just had a scan of her brain, and they said that it was like of a football player getting hit in the head. Why do those football players that make millions of dollars a year get depressed? It's because it's a freaking mental illness. Okay, we don't fully understand our own brains. Why do they do the things they do? Because it's a mental illness. I tried.
And you got a mental
I
illness
tried
by
the
the
best
sounds of
I
it.
could with her, but these last couple of years, she was just going off the deep end. And like my dad said, she should have been institutionalized. But nobody would listen. Doctors wouldn't listen. They just kept prescribing more and more drugs, more and more drugs.
Was she against the idea of like seeing a doctor, like a psychologist or
But
something?
I got her into seeing a therapist once a week.
Okay.
She was seeing a therapist through her medical thing where they would be in a group and you know, they would talk, and I asked her if she was doing better to help her, and, you know, she said yes, but, you know, she was always really sneaky with medication. She was always wanting to feel something different to help with that, whatever demon she had in her head, and I saw that she was on Zoloft in the past, and I said, oh my God, I said, please don't do that again. And I did look at her medical chart, and I did notice that she was recently on Zoloft.
Okay, for the record, the video stopped at 2048:03. I think there was a typo in our slide that says 2043:03. If we can go to the next slide, please, which would be slide 6. Yes. Okay, please.
You said she was staying with you, helping you out. I don't mean to offend you. Are you guys a couple, or is this monogamous? Or is she seeing anybody else that you know of that we can talk to?
I saw, I really have to go pee. All I saw on Messenger is that she was talking to a couple guys, but that's what she wants to do.
You guys aren't.
Oh, no, we
exclusive
were
or-
never like, to the point, whatever you want to call it, where you're obsessed with each other or whatever. That we kind of had just an open relationship where.
You guys didn't have any titles or anything, boyfriend, girlfriend, or?
No, we always had a deep feeling for love for each other, but we also understood that too. Everything that we went through and how many years we've been together, just like a normal couple that has been together for 15 years. I didn't understand that when I was younger, but you just fall out of love.
Yeah.
But you can still love that person and care for them, but it's
Absolutely.
not the type of love where it's sexual or what I want to use the word possessive or anything like that. We just cared for each other.
All right. Is there any name of a boyfriend or anything that you can think of?
I just saw her texting. I'm not sure who it was on social media.
Okay.
I don't know if she's seen these guys or not. I mean, all I read is that she was in Delafield and she was at the bar drinking, and I thought to myself, oh Jesus, man, you're not supposed to be drinking on those medications.
Where did you see that? Just so I can go. Where did you see the thing about her in the Delafield bar?
Well, Stephanie couldn't take her
Was
medication
that like a
because you were
Facebook post
taking
she
it
had,
for
or
her.
like a text message? Or?
Yeah, it was if you bring me my phone here, I can show you.
Okay.
I don't know if
Oh my gosh. How many times does he blow his
that one I don't know if I can get into.
Look at with his Oh my
Her
God.
phone, her,
You
well,
think
it's actually not her phone.
What an idiot.
Our phones they were all put on one contract, so we were kind of sharing the phones and iPads. We just did that years ago.
You didn't share
I
the
actually
same
bought the phones, so
phone?
they're actually
Idiot.
my phones, but since I bought them, she just made the monthly payment out of her bank statement. We would set up some
Oh, they're
deals
my
like that.
phones, but
Just
she
to,
had to pay for them. See what kind of guy he is?
Okay, and slide
Loser.
7, please.
The last, you had an appointment. Do you remember what day that appointment was you saw her?
you guys, Am I walking out of here tonight, or am I gonna tell you that I'm gonna be an attorney?
I don't know. Are you asking for an attorney, Matt? Again, we're trying to figure out what we can find out about Stephanie. That's our focus.
Are you charging me with something?
Am I charging you with nothing? No.
Are you charging me with something?
No.
Seriously.
We haven't accused you of anything.
You guys are allowed by law to lie, okay?
I'm not, we're not charging you with anything. We're here asking you questions about Stephanie, and that's it.
I know I didn't do anything. There's nothing.
We're not accusing you of it.
There's nothing illegal in my truck. There's nothing illegal in my apartment.
Have we accused you of anything?
There's no illegal drugs in there. There's no weapons in there.
Yeah, we're not
I know
talking
I got a history. That's why you guys came the way you did, because I got a history of being heavily armed, which is another. See, I know. Okay, I know.
You were never charged with any kind of weapons violation.
No, that's another, like I told you, another freaking nonsense thing.
Yeah.
Somebody made up some story that I got guns or something or whatever. That's how it started.
Okay, the next slide, please.
I understand, you have an open ongoing investigation, you have a lengthy history with Stephanie, that's why,
Which is understandable.
yeah.
And it sounds like, as far as we know, you may have been the last person that saw her or talked to her. That's what we're trying to figure out. If you can help us point to where she
That's
was.
possible, but
Right.
when she gets out and she takes off, right?
Yeah.
That's out of my control. I can't be blamed for anything like that. And she, like I said, she has a history of that. She has a history of going up to strangers to use their phone. She has a history. Actually, when I first met her, I got out of prison. I met her right here in Waukesha, and I have empathy. I felt sorry for her. She was. I met her at the bowling alley, and she
No, you
was
thought,
with
man, I
some-
can use
some
her.
shady character, and I got her away. I got her away from that, and
Got her away
I
from there
changed her life
nicely
for
and
the better.
abused
I got
her.
her to stop drinking. I got her license back. I had her go through treatment. I got her a job, and she was really, really a good young woman until the mental stuff started with the seizures and losing her kid.
Yeah.
When you tried to reach out to her, recently, like, I don't know, was she responsive to it? Like, when you sat down with her and said, Stephanie, you need help, or you need this, did she take you seriously?
I did everything I could, almost like the same techniques you guys use. I threatened it. I said, I'm gonna call the police. I'm gonna get the suicide police. And this is when she was even by her parents' house. I said, your parents aren't gonna be happy because you're not gonna be able to hide in your room eating those pills, dying. I mean, even in front of Layla, when I went over there, she was walking around just like in a zombie state, and she was telling me, Layla, that she was choking and coughing. Well, to what I know about opioids, that's near death. And then there were times where, because of her back, one of the doctors put her on fentanyl. And when I was around her, she would pass out. She'd be wheezing, and I got her off that. I'm like, my God, they're overdoing that, overdoing that with you. And I got her off that, and I said, don't you want to live? I mean, why? There's so much to do in life. Life is so joyful. This is our time to. Everybody thinks that, it's going to be better wherever we go after this. How do we know that? You should enjoy every time. Nobody knows what's on the other side. It might be a lot different than what people expect. Yeah, I'm a Christian, but I'm just saying, I get into heavy conversations about religion and what it's you know, what the image of God is. He might be different than some guy sitting up there with a long beard and a throne. He might look like an alien or something.
Yeah.
The fact I've been doing a lot of reading on that recently. They're starting to prove that there's ancient civilizations that they keep hushing up about. I don't know if you guys study history, but
Not to that extent, no.
no. Well,
No.
history is really, really interesting. The people in power that they control the history, they control the future, and if they control the present, they control the past. Those are the people in power. You know who said that?
No.
George Orwell,
Oh, yeah?
1984. When I wrote to the judge about them being able to monitor your kids and this and that, he thought I was crazy, but now, that was like 15 years ago, but now the way society's coming with phones and technology and being able to watch people, it's not too far off
Yeah,
from
man.
the truth.
When you, was there anything in?
Sorry, you guys.
It's all right. Was there anything you found in her purse that would make you think anything was wrong? Like, it's weird.
Yeah, for me, it was, well, she quit smoking. She quit smoking, but she had vapes in there. And the vapes were on and off. I thought that was odd.
Yeah.
I thought that, looking in there, seeing that she had her wallet and cards in there, I thought that was odd, but she's done that before when she's called people up to get picked up. That's all stuff that she's done before, including the note that she put in the car. And it wasn't a note. You'll find it. It's right underneath the passenger car mat, I believe.
You put it under the passenger car mat?
I didn't put it there. She did.
Well, you pulled it out to read it and your dad read it, right?
Yeah,
And
I
then you tucked
didn't notice it until the same day that I found the purse in the back.
Right. And then you read it and then your dad read it.
Yeah.
And then you
my
put it
dad-
back underneath the.
Yeah, I just kept it in the car because what does a person do in a situation like that? You know, I'm thinking it's going to look stupid if I throw stuff away, so I'm going to leave it the way it was in case for whatever reason somebody has to read it or whatever.
Yeah.
That's my logical thinking.
Did she leave anything other than?
Well,
her
he's
purse in the
nuts.
truck? Do you remember?
No, just the purse. Had I saw the purse and the note together, I would have called the police right away, most likely. But I didn't. And I didn't hear, my gut feeling was that her mom was gonna pick her up because she had a prescription ready that day. So my gut feeling was that she was playing the game of having her mom go get the prescription so she could take, so nobody would help her take her doses like she was supposed to. Okay? It's not, my dad's done it, my dad's a pharmacist, by the way, and after a while he would not even fill her prescriptions anymore because he got so scared. Okay? Me, Layla, her parents were supposed to, I really don't know how cooperative her parents were about that because I didn't talk about it. She told me that they did, but I had a feeling that she was lying about that.
Sure.
But with me, I would give her prescriptions as prescribed, period. Because I cared about her, okay? And I've seen what happened to her when she was taking too many pills.
Yeah.
And that's the last thing I needed was, for her to OD with me, just like you guys said, that I'm known as being armed. Well, how is that gonna look if,
Well, I mean, it looks like she overdosed and you called 911 to help. That's how it would look. Who cares about you being flagged for having a gun if this girl overdosed, right? Like,
Did he say, oh, well,
Give a
it
shit
looks like she
about
well,
overdosed?
me,
Oh, my
I'm a
God.
little paranoid, so I start
Why she
thinking
did
that,
it? Because they
you
can't
know,
determine what.
somehow I'm
Yeah.
gonna get blamed for it. I got
Next slide, please.
if she would ever overdose while she's at your house or with you wherever,
Well, she,
calling 911 is
Yeah.
really the best. Like even, if it was too
Yeah.
far gone to help, I mean, calling is,
okay, I'll rephrase that. What I did is, when her breathing wasn't, I would stay up and I would shake her and I would make sure she wouldn't take any more medication. What I was saying is, I was scared to death that I would wake up next to a dead body.
I can,
Okay.
yeah, I would agree with
And
that.
then somebody saying, oh, well, you gave it to her, you did this, or you did that, or whatever.
Okay, next slide, please. Slide.
Start getting, like, so the day that she wasn't in the truck when you come back, at what point did you start worrying?
It started really worrying when I thought, okay, after I drove, by the way, this wouldn't be the first time that I drove looking for her.
No, I got you.
I thought, okay, she's gonna get her medications, and then she's gonna call me, and then she's gonna say she's sorry. I'll have you, Layla, well, Layla's on the picture now, but Layla used to help with that, monitor my meds again, because I don't want you calling my doctor. I don't know how many times I threatened to call a doctor or the suicide police or whatever. I started getting worried when I saw a text on the phone saying that the medication was ready to get picked up.
Is this the same day? Is this the next day?
This is it was supposed to be the next day, but I didn't get to the pharmacy till another day after.
Okay.
So I went and picked up the medication, and then I thought to myself, well, probably be getting a phone call soon from her,
Right.
from
To
her
get
parents.
to get her meds.
Yeah, to
right?
get her meds. And then I thought, strange, maybe she finally did what she was gonna say and go in and quit. For a minute there, she started saying, you know what, maybe I'll just go in and get off these meds and see if they can lower even my seizure medication, because even my dad said she was on such a high dose of seizure medication that she couldn't even go a day without that medication. She would start shaking and going into seizures.
Okay.
So then I thought, well, maybe she's in treatment, but I don't know if I can call the mental health. I don't even think they'll tell me if she's in there. And then I thought, I really didn't know what to think. I thought, well, maybe she's probably got some pills stashed at her parents' house from the last situation. When I found the purse and I found the note, that's when I started thinking, oh no, this ain't good. And that's the truth.
Yeah.
So you said once you do the car wash thing, right? That's when you find the purse, and you take it in the house, in your house, your apartment. Is that?
Where do you get your car washed?
Over on, what road is that? It's got a hand washer. You put it installed.
Arcadian
Mm-hmm.
by John's Root Beer? That's where you go?
Yeah.
All right.
So when you had just your purse or whatever, did you just like sling it over your shoulder when you brought it in, or did you have a bunch of stuff with you, or like what? That was the only thing she had, right? In your car?
Yeah, I don't think that might be.
Well, right, I get, yeah. I mean,
That sounded a little funny.
yeah. That did sound, you didn't sling it over your shoulder like a purse, but you just carried it in. So
How long are you gonna keep the truck? How am I gonna get back tonight?
oh, you know what?
How am I gonna get back home tonight?
The deputy's gonna give you a ride back. That's why he's still hanging out here.
Is that the truth?
Yeah, you have no other reason to just sit there and take up space.
Really?
Yeah.
Is my apartment torn apart?
Yeah, we went through some things, so yeah.
Nothing's broken. It's
Did you take anything?
a couple items, but it's not as messy. I would say it's a little messier than how you left it. Okay.
Can I ask what you took? Well, I'll find out.
Yeah, but I don't even know, there was a list they were putting together, what was taken.
Yeah. Mainly stuff for her. Trying to figure out where she is or what would lead us to.
Oh, well, yeah, because you shouldn't be taking any of my stuff.
We're focused
Yeah,
on stuff.
because she had a few items of clothes there
Okay.
that were in the closet.
Okay.
Some of them that were bought recently when she was up in the Dells, and she had one little section in front of my bed where she would keep her clothes, and that's where I put her purse.
All right.
Other than that, there's
Any of her electronics, anything like that?
well, the iPad she used, she would keep there. Sometimes she'd take it with her. The phone, our two phones are kind of linked on the same plan, so
Okay. What do you mean? I'm sorry. You linked on the same plan?
they're linked on the same plan.
So it's, both your lines are through T-Mobile, right?
Exactly.
Just like a family plan kind of thing or whatever?
Right, right. So that we both use both phones.
You guys share, like you exchange phones?
We just got a new, whatever it is, she was all excited about it, the new Samsung 22 Lightning, so she was using that
Okay.
most of the time, and that was sitting right in my room, on my dresser.
Gotcha. All right.
I had nothing on there that I have to hide.
On her phone?
On any phone, anything.
Right. Oh, I gotcha.
It's just if you don't know something, what do you know that she's missing? Can I ask a few questions? Because
Of course.
this is like, you have to know something if you're concerned about her phone. I mean, yes, it's something's not right that she hasn't texted or called.
Right.
But what else do you know?
With regards to what?
Did something happen to her?
We're trying to figure that out, okay? That's why we're talking to you, to see when the last time you spoke with her or last time you saw her, and the circumstances of where you guys were, where we should be looking.
What happened to her?
I don't have any reason to believe something happened to her.
You know, me and her at one time were very close.
Okay.
I got a really bad feeling.
Right now, or when you found the purse, or when?
No, I got a really bad feeling the last couple of days.
Okay. I mean, what's the longest, you said it's been a few weeks since you've seen her, correct? Okay. You said that's normal or not normal for her?
It's not normal this long, although we have gone for periods of time not talking. I mean, not seeing each other, but generally always getting a text or, hey, how you doing, or something like that.
Yeah. Have you talked to anybody about your concerns with her?
Well, yeah, I mean, me and my dad are close, and he just keeps telling me, you gotta stop. You gotta stop worrying about it. You know, her mental illness is not you. You can't beat yourself up over it. You can't. You can only do so much for somebody. And
All right. So, John, you understand?
do you think she's?
John, I thought you John said.
Do you think she was taken?
I don't know. understand that, then when we do, like, when we take investigation seriously, so we pull out all the strings on resources and try to figure out if somebody went missing, when they went missing, where they went missing from, who they talked to, who saw them.
So you're regular sheriffs.
Waukesha County Sheriff, yeah.
What do you all investigate?
Everything.
So you're a homicide detective?
No, our department's not specialized enough to have a homicide division. Why do you think homicide?
Well, I'm just thinking that, I hope you're not thinking that I did something or I made her disappear or something. That's, I'm just asking, but if you're homicide, then.
No, man. No. Like I said again, we haven't sat here and accused you of anything, okay? We're just asking questions about her whereabouts.
No, I really,
Right. So Matt, you understand that when we have these types of cases, we pull out all the stops and resources, right? Okay? Okay? You understand that? Okay? Okay. You see, that's August 23rd, correct?
yeah.
Okay? That's her going out.
Well, of course.
Right.
Of course you're gonna have pictures going in and out.
That's her going out to the truck,
And I told
okay?
you I saw it.
I know. I'm just showing you some stuff, okay?
Mhm.
All right? That's her walking out to the truck, okay?
That's the purse, right?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
first.
Couple of minutes later, you're walking out over here and the truck drives away and you guys go off to the appointment and everything. I think you guys went to Quick Trip. Does that sound familiar?
I just watched that
I don't
part of
know.
that video.
But you went to your appointment that day.
He
at
was
8:30,
driving.
right?
She
Okay.
wasn't driving.
All right. Okay, this is where we need to figure out something because it doesn't make any sense. All
He
right?
said he found her.
As
He
you
took
coming
her
back
cup her
the
cup.
same day
She
at
took it into
11:14.
Quick Trip,
Yeah.
filled it up, brought it
Hold
back.
on, listen, Matt. You're holding her water bottle and Matt,
Uh-huh.
okay? That's you going upstairs wearing the same shirt you have on now, okay? This is the same day. And at 12:29, so less than an hour later, you walk in, and that's her purse in the bag, okay? So this whole story, Matt, about
That's her purse in the bag.
yes, Matt. So the whole story about finding the purse in the truck later makes it wouldn't have happened because
Oh,
There it
no,
goes.
no.
Oh, no.
Matt,
Oh, no.
that's
no,
her
no.
purse in a plastic bag, okay, that you carried inside after you carried her water bottle in. That she walked, Matt, look. You see, that's her water bottle and that's her purse, okay? You walk in with her water bottle, you go
Well, what
upstairs.
time is this?
Oh, when you got home, Matt.
Yeah, that's when I came back from my appointment.
Right. So you carried in her water bottle and her purse that same day. This is the 23rd, the same day. This isn't a week or two later at a car wash where you found it in the back seat with a note that you then read and then stuck underneath the
Yeah.
floor mat.
Under some clothes.
Matt,
That's not her purse in the bag.
it is her purse.
No,
Matt.
that's clothes.
It's clothes, Matt?
That's clothes.
Whose clothes?
Yeah. That's clothes I had in the back. That's not a purse.
It is her purse, Matt.
No, it's not. It's not. That's not her purse.
How do you figure, Matt?
Because it's not. That's a bag.
Can I show you something?
It's a bag of clothes.
I'm gonna show you something, Matt.
Well,
okay?
she had a purse and she had her phone with her.
You'll here, Matt.
See, I knew you guys were gonna
No,
do this.
Matt, but what the problem is,
I knew you guys were gonna do this. That's why
nobody's doing anything. You're the one.
Showing you an
Look at that. Can I show you something? That's her purse right there, right? You see that?
Yeah.
You see that?
If I was
What
so
is
worried,
this?
if I was
Matt,
so
Matt,
worried
Matt.
about the purse.
He said, yeah,
That's her
that's her
purse.
purse. He said,
Okay.
yeah.
So we're not gonna play games about it's not her purse. It is her
Yeah.
purse, okay? We know it's her purse. We also know that her phone went with her out to where you guys went for your appointment and then it came back with you.
No.
We know this. So you saying the phone stayed at her apartment? We're asking you to be honest with us and help us, okay? But if you're gonna tell us stories about going to a car wash and finding her purse in there a week later, it doesn't make sense. None of it
No.
does. What happened? It'd be one thing if she had some type of drug overdose, okay? And you're doing something
We don't know.
Regardless, I have nothing to do with what happened to her.
What happened to
So
her?
that purse,
What happened?
that purse and water bottle, ain't-
Matt, what happened?
that
Yeah, what
purse
happened to
and
her?
water bottle, ain't- okay?
They
that's
haven't
not
told
gonna
you she's
prove
dead
anything.
yet.
We're not here.
That's not gonna prove or disprove anything,
Agreed.
Matt,
okay?
what happened to her? Only you can tell us.
I don't know what happened to her. I don't know what happened to her.
Why were you at the place on the 9th? You didn't have an appointment that day?
I was, yeah, I did, I had
No, you
a,
did not. You had one on the 6th and the 12th.
I had a doctor's appointment on the 9th, an orthopedic associate. What do you mean, what place?
You didn't have an appointment.
You had an appointment
Ooh.
on September 6th and September 12th.
I had an
Ooh.
appointment on September 9th at orthopedic
At what
associate.
time, Matt?
September,
See,
that was,
I'm
not
asking
August.
your, this is what you're trying to do.
I'm not
Now
trying.
you're trying to get slick. You're trying to pin whatever was found over in that area on me,
Why would you associate anything we found over there on you?
because I was there.
When?
I was there
He
on
was
the
there.
9th. I had a doctor's appointment at 1 o'clock. I saw the crime
heard there
lab
was
there.
a
They were
body
there
found.
by 11 o'clock. Everybody in there was talking about it.
Who did you see at 1 o'clock over there?
The doctor,
Who?
Dr. Shu.
Did you have an appointment? Or
Yes. I had
was it pre-planned or did you call it in?
This was scheduled.
So you had a scheduled appointment on the 9th of
Yeah.
September at 1 p.m. with Dr. Shu.
Yeah.
Well, that could be proven.
Why do you think something happened to her? Or why are you associating that with her?
Why are you getting so aggressive about this?
I'm not getting
See, you're
aggressive.
changing
He
tactics.
was
See,
there
this
the
is
day
why-
she went
this is
missing. He
why
was
I shouldn't
there
even
when her body
tried
was
to explain
found.
this to you.
Matt,
It doesn't make
it's our job to point out inconsistencies, okay? So when you tell me, when you tell me you found her purse a week or two later while cleaning out the truck, and then you found a note under it that talked about, supposedly about her alluding to suicide, which you then showed your dad.
She's got another purse.
I understand, but you're telling me you found this note, and then
Now
after.
she's got another purse.
Matt, I'm not, Matt, but listen.
She's got another purse. She's got a gray.
Oh, she got
That's
another
not the purse we're
purse.
talking about, Matt. What I'm talking
How,
about,
how do you know
Matt.
which purse was I was talking
I'm
about?
talking about the purse in the photos.
Yeah,
Matt.
which
And when I'm
one?
talking about the note, you said you
When
found
she
the
was
note.
carrying?
Matt, you said you
Yeah,
found-
but that's not the purse that I was talking about. That's not the purse that I found in the back seat.
Okay. You found
The
no.
purse that I found in the back seat was, it's a gray strap-on bag.
Okay, so,
That purse doesn't mean nothing.
so this black purse is the one you brought in the day that she went missing?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was in
that's the
in
one she was
car.
carrying
That
that
was in
day.
the car.
Where in the
That's
car?
what we're talking about.
Uh,
Fool.
in the front. In the front. And the other purse I found in the back. It's a shoulder bag purse.
Matt, you understand, not too long ago, I asked you what property she left in the truck, and you said nothing. She didn't leave anything. You said she left her phone at home, okay? You said she left nothing in there. You went looking around, nothing, okay? And then a week later, or 2 weeks later, you found her purse.
I
Hold on, man.
I
You found her
honestly
purse.
don't recall everything. I don't know. The phone might have been in the car.
Well, you said that she.
Why?
Hey, Matt, you said that you told her when you went to your appointment that I'll text you, and she said, no, I left my phone in the house. That's what you said before.
Mm-hmm.
That I'll text you.
Yeah, you said, I'll text you when I'm in there or something, and she said, no, I left my phone at the house, or your apartment, rather. That's what you told us a little while ago.
Yeah, that's what he said.
No, I couldn't text her because I had the phone. That's
You had your phone, you said you were gonna text her. You said that she then said,
You know what?
I left the phone
If
at the apartment.
you're gonna charge me. I didn't do anything. I
You're
can't
the only one who can give us info about her?
I can't be
So we can
honest.
get answers to her
I can't
family?
be honest anymore.
What do you mean you can't be honest? You've been honest?
I can't be
You
honest.
haven't been honest
because
with us, Matt.
you keep everything that I
We're not
say.
twisting anything you say.
keep twisting
All
it
we're doing is pointing out the inconsistencies on what you're
because
saying.
I can't remember everything exactly.
Okay, but remembering what somebody had for lunch a week ago is different from remembering, this is the last time you've known this woman most of your adult life, correct? Right? You have a daughter in common, supposedly, like you said. You don't know, you can't prove it. You view her as your daughter.
I didn't do nothing.
We didn't accuse you of anything.
I didn't do nothing to this girl, regardless of the purse, regardless of the purses, regardless of the
Do nothing
stupid
to
water
this
bottle.
girl.
That water bottle was left in and out of the truck. There's so much crap going in and out of that truck half the time, I don't remember.
If you carried her person from the
Couldn't
car, why
even
did you
say
put it
her
in a plastic
name.
bag?
Say her name. Her name's Stephanie.
That's it.
And why did you go in an exit that you didn't use earlier?
I can use.
I know you can,
use.
but explain to me why you would have to conceal
I
a
can
purse
use.
in a
I
plastic
can
bag.
use any exit I want. And hypothetically, if I did move a purse, I would not want to be walking around with a purse, looking strange.
Why would you look strange carrying a purse? It's not over your
Because
shoulders.
I'm a man.
You can hold it with your
Because
hand.
I'm a
correct?
man.
I'm a man. I put my daughter's Disney backpack on my back.
Okay, I have to get an attorney.
Okay, Matthew.
I'm trying.
I don't think you are.
No.
You're not. You're lying.
Okay, so we've stopped it at 21:41:59. Detective Sites, did that conclude your interview of Mr. Paul?
Yes.
And that was the interview. The interview, guys. He can't remember. He remembers. Oh, you're mixing my words up. You're trying to confuse me. No, they asked you questions from the beginning. That was your story. Let's show the quit trip, when he went to the quit trip.
Oh, 8:38 a.m., is that accurate?
Yes, ma'am.
Now watch her get in and out of that car. He's in the car. She goes in. She goes back to the car. She's messing around with something. He's in the car. You can see his movements. He's in the car. She gets out again, and she has a cup in her hand, her water bottle. She goes in and gets some ice water or something like that. And she comes back out with her cup. She gets in the car. So when she had her purse and her water bottle, she would have put it by her feet, like normal people do, right?
Can we pause it here?
Like normal people.
So I've paused it at 9:10 a.m. Detective,
That's
when a vehicle
9:10.
starts to move, how long is it going to take before you're going to start to see a change in the records from a location?
It depends how many records are being generated. In theory, it would be immediately, but it all depends on how many records are being generated at a given time. So it may take some time just to see that gap in the distance of the arcs moving.
Okay, and we're going to start the video again at 9:10.
Just a few minutes later, they get to the orthopedic for his appointment. They go out of here and they make a left turn. I just wonder where the video is of them arriving. They don't have cameras outside that orthopedic. They don't have cameras. That's what I'm talking about. I've been to this Quick Trip lots of times. Lots of times, just by the DMV.
Okay, Detective, based on this video, were you able to determine what time the vehicle left the Quick Trip and entered Gulf Road?
Yes, it appears it turned west on the Gulf Road at approximately 9:11:20.
Okay. Next slide, please. Now we're looking from 9:12 to 9:20. Where are the device? Where's the approximate location of the devices during this time frame?
So at this time, or between that time frame, you will see the devices generally moving west from the Quick Trip pin towards the OAW pin. Based on my analysis, the devices will be in the area of OAW, or Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, between approximately 9:15 and 9:18 a.m.
Okay.
It
So
only
we'll
took a few
start.
minutes.
Okay, Detective, fair to say that everything we've seen so far indicates that both devices from Mr. Pahl and Ms. Pavlon's travel north to the area of Quick Trip and then west to the area of OAW.
Yes, ma'am.
Those devices, their records indicate that they are traveling the same approximate path.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next slide, please. Then we know from OAW records that Mr. Pahl had an appointment on August 23rd, and according to these records, he checked in at 9:34 a.m. You see that the bottom left, sir?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And next slide, please. What are we looking at here?
This was a picture recovered on Matthew Pahl's device. What you're seeing on the right is what's called metadata. That holds information about what type of camera, make and model captured this photo, and date and time that the picture was captured. So that camera model matches that of Matthew Pahl's cell phone, and it was captured
Takes
at
a picture.
8/23/2022 at approximately 9:34:07 a.m. And I've never been inside, but it does appear to be consistent with Orthopedic Associates type environment.
Okay. Do you recall, you said this was sent through Skype, so that's not, he's sending it through a Skype application on his cell phone?
Yes, this message was sent through a Skype message,
Okay.
yes.
Next slide, please. This indicates that Mr. Pahl checked in or was first seen at 9:38 a.m. and his time out of the appointment was at 10:33 a.m. You agree with that?
That does appear accurate, yes.
Okay, thank you. Now, the next slide, please. What are we looking at here?
This is another animation. It covers a pretty wide time frame. The time frame is on August 23rd, 2022, from approximately 09:20 a.m. to 10:55 a.m. Primarily, all the records are going to be at or very near OAW. And at approximately 10:54, you will see at least one record that, based on my analysis, shows the devices are beginning to move east.
Okay, so we'll push play here. Okay, what did we say there, Detective?
Again, the devices, or the majority of the records in this animation, are at or very near, appears to be the same area of OAW. And then right at the very end there, approximately 10:54 a.m., you start to see those records or arcs moving east.
Okay, so based on the record from OAW in the slide before that, with his appointment ending at 10:33 a.m., the time period between 10:33 a.m. and 10:54 a.m., Mr. Pahl's device and Ms. Pavlon's device both remain in the area of OAW?
It appears so, yes.
Okay. Next slide, please. What are we looking at here?
Time frame is August 23rd, 2022, between approximately 10:52 a.m. and 11:04 a.m. In this animation, you'll see both devices take a general route of east on either I-94 or one of the side streets there to Grandview Boulevard. They'll go south on Grandview, east on Northview, south on Delafield, back to the area of 1001 Delafield.
Okay, and this animation overlaps a little bit with the last animation we saw?
Correct.
Okay, so will we see those, when that moment when those devices begin to move away from OAW on this animation as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. If we can push play. Okay, next slide, please. The last slide we saw went up to 11:03 a.m. What are we watching here?
This is video from the north door at 1001 Delafield. You can kind of see outside there to the parking lot. You'll see a truck pass within this video that resembles Matthew Pahl's truck.
Okay, we can push play, please. Okay, so at 11:03, Mr. Pahl's truck enters the parking lot. Was that consistent with what you saw on the cell phone records?
Yes, ma'am.
And did that again corroborate the validity of the records that you had obtained and reviewed and mapped?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next video, please. This is now at 11:14 a.m. Detective, we saw his truck pull in at 11:03 a.m.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so he's not seen on video until about 11:14 a.m. Is that correct?
To my knowledge, that's correct.
All right.
Yes.
If we can push play here. Detective, to your knowledge, are there any outdoor cameras at Willow Park Apartments that would capture anything that's occurring in the parking lot?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Okay. And you actually assisted in obtaining the video with Department of Criminal Investigations to bring back to your department and assist detectives in reviewing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is this the only camera view that really shows any portion of the parking lot?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. We'll go to the next slide then, please. What are we looking at here, Detective?
This will be a very long time lapse, but it covers from August 23rd, 2022, from approximately 11 a.m. to 23:59 hours, or essentially midnight on August 23rd. During the animation, the devices appear to stay at or very near 1001 Delafield.
Okay. So up to this point now, you've essentially mapped the entire day of August 23rd, starting with that first animation that shows, their records remaining in the same place now through this animation going through midnight.
Yes, ma'am.
Why did you want to see all of the records on that particular day?
At that time, that was the date that was given to me of interest. And to my knowledge, that was the last time we ever saw Ms. Pavlons on camera.
Okay. So we're going to play this animation, please.
He probably strangled her.
Okay, Detective, there were a lot of records there, but did you see the devices at any point move away from
Or
that location?
suffocated her,
If they did,
around
it's
her
in
nose and
close
mouth,
proximity to
something
that
like
area.
that.
Okay. Next slide, please. What time is this video from Willow Park taken at?
This is August 23rd, 2022 at 12:19:14 p.m.
Okay. Play, please. Okay, next slide, please. So we see him walk outside at 12:20 p.m.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, next slide, please. play. Okay, and we see Mr. Paul walking out towards the parking lot at 12:20 p.m.
Yes, ma'am.
Next slide. What time does this video start?
August 23rd, 2022 at 12:29:50 p.m.
Play, please. Okay, Detective, you told us earlier that between essentially this time, 12:30, all the way to midnight, Ms. Pavlon's device stays very close proximity to this apartment, right?
That's correct.
Does anyone use her device on that date?
Yes, someone does.
Okay, can we go to the next slide, please? What happens with Ms. Pavlon's phone on August 23rd?
So on August 23rd, there's 2 outgoing calls after that device returns. They're both to Quest or the food share or food card. So the phone number is listed there. It's 1-877-415-5164. The CPDU/food card is how the contact was listed in her phone. And those 2 outgoing calls occur at, the first one is at 3:53:22 p.m. That one lasts for approximately 1 minute and 16 seconds. The second outgoing call is at 3:55:15 p.m. and that call lasts approximately 45 seconds.
Okay, and that call comes from Ms. Pavlon's device at that time, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And it comes from, based on the records, in very close proximity to the apartment at 1001 Delafield Street.
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Paul's device is also located at or near that same location during this time.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, next slide, please. Actually, can we go back? Detective, were these calls present on Ms. Pavlon's phone when you reviewed her phone?
In the extraction, yes, they were.
Okay, and that means that they were present and had not been deleted from her phone?
That's not true.
Okay, tell me about that.
So these 2 calls specifically were deleted from her phone. Because of the extraction we got, we recovered database files. We're able to see that these calls were still recovered. So they were actually deleted. The user of the phone would not see these. Through our forensic examination, we're able to see these 2 calls.
Okay, next slide, please. All right, we've moved on now to August 24th. What happens on Ms. Pavlon's phone on August 24th?
At approximately 2:52 p.m., there's an outgoing call to Pick and Save. That call lasts approximately 5 minutes and 52 seconds. This call was also deleted from her device.
Okay. Now, you testified earlier that on August 23rd, you mapped all of the records for Ms. Pavlon's phone, which indicate at the end of the day, her phone remains at the residence, right?
At or very near, yes.
Okay, thank you. Were you asked to then review the records to determine if there were any other dates that Ms. Pavlon's phone or device left the area of 1001 Delafield?
Yes, I was asked to do that.
Okay. And did you create a mapping of any of those dates and times that her device left the residence?
Yes, ma'am.
If we do not have a mapping in this PowerPoint, what does that indicate the device location was?
For the records we do have, it would be near 1001 Delafield. Unless there's missing records or something, it would be at the area of 1001 Delafield.
Okay, So only on a few select dates does Ms. Pavlon's device leave the residence.
That's correct.
So on August 24th, 2022, that outgoing call from Ms. Pavlon's device would have come from at or near the 1001 Delafield apartment.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, next slide, please. What happens in the Skype records on August 24th between 8:03 p.m. and 8:08 p.m.?
On August 24th, between 8:03 and 8:08 p.m., there's conversation between Matthew Pahl's Skype account and Norma Jean Desierto Skype account. At 8:03, Pahl sends a message that reads, "I'm really worried about something, but I can't tell you through text. It's not about me though." And I think there's a typo there. I believe these messages are at 8:07 p.m. and 8:08 p.m.
Oh, okay.
I believe, I could be mistaken here, but so at what I believe is 8:07 p.m., Pahl sends "can't text certain things," and at 8:08 p.m., I believe, Desierto responds, "Okay, I understand, but does it concern you, hon?"
Okay. Next slide, please. Also on August 24th, what are we looking at on this slide?
Yes, this gets a little confusing. The screenshot on your right, it's not actually a screenshot. It's what's called a snapshot. So similar to how you would take a screenshot on your device, sometimes when you close an application, your device automatically takes a snapshot of that closed application. So what we're seeing here is a snapshot taken on Stephanie Pavlon's device on September 2nd. The reason I included this on August 24th is that I determined that text message that indicates she missed an appointment scheduled on August 24th, I believe is the first point that we realized or got another source of information that she was missing from things that she should be at. So that occurred. So the screenshot occurs on September 2nd. I'm including it here, just given that's the first appointment she missed, was on August 24th. And then there's other messages in that screenshot that were deleted from her device.
Okay. And how do you know when they were deleted?
So we can't always tell exactly when something's deleted from a cell phone, but I know this snapshot was captured from the device on September 2nd. So these messages had to have been deleted at some point after, or on or after September 2nd, 2022.
Because on September 2nd, they still existed on her phone.
Correct.
And when you reviewed her phone weeks later, they did not exist on her phone.
Correct.
Okay. Next slide, please. Now we're on to August 25th. Tell us what happens on August 25th.
At 8:15 a.m., Paul's Skype account messages Desierto's Skype account, and it reads, but I have to go to store today for things I need, and I'm really worried about somebody in my circle. At 11:19 a.m., there's an outgoing call from Stephanie Pavlon's device to the Pick and Save pharmacy. That call was approximately 3 minutes and 20 seconds. This call was deleted from her device.
Okay, next page. Oh, actually, I want to ask you one more question for that. Given that we don't have any mapping data thus far for Ms. Pavlon's device at 11:19, would that indicate to you that the device was at or near the 1001 Delafield Street location when the call was made?
Yes, ma'am.
Now we can go on to the next slide. Are you familiar with this receipt that was obtained in the investigation for prescription records of Ms. Pavlon's?
That's how they were identified to me, yes.
Okay. And what was significant about this particular date and time? What happens?
That they were sold at 16:17, that's Eastern time. So this prescription was sold on 8/25/2022 at 3:17 p.m. our time, or local time. And it says that the person that picked it up was Matthew Pahl.
Okay. Then later in the evening, tell us about the conversation between Desierto and Mr. Paul.
At approximately 6:50 p.m., Paul sends Desierto a Skype message reading, "I don't know, but I'm getting even more worried." At 7:25 p.m., Paul sends a message hoping something bad didn't happen. And at 7:28 p.m., Desierto sends, "Please stay calm and don't be worried much." And then those little brackets are from emojis.
Okay. Next slide, please. We've moved on to August 26th. What are we looking at here?
An email exchange between Matthew Pahl's, I'll say Phoenix Gmail account and Sherilyn Valente's email account. It begins at the bottom and works up. So the first message is from Sherilyn Valente, and it reads, "I love you so much, hun." Emoji, "Please don't give up on us." And then there's more emojis. There are some typos or grammatical errors in the message.
Okay. And when's the next message sent?
So that next message reads August 26, 2022 at 20:29 hours. That would be 8:29 p.m. Based on my review of information, I'm not sure what happened with the timestamp, but I believe that's actually at 7:29 a.m. That is from the Phoenix account, which wrote, "I can't say much now, but I think something bad happened here. Don't ask me through text. I'm not going get into texting battles with you. When you're ready to be honest, I'll consider things. Right now, I need to focus and stay positive. Unfortunately, people around me have been drawing me into negativity."
Okay. And the final message in this exchange?
The final message is written by Sherilyn Valente's email account. It's at 9:31:30 a.m. and it reads, "I won't ask. I'll wait for you when you're ready to tell. Hun, I care about you and you're important to me." Emojis. "I won't do things that will hurt you. I love you, hun, so much. I'm sorry for adding you troubles. Please come back to me, hun. I love you."
Okay. And the next page, also on August 26th, what happens?
At 6:04 a.m., so kind of in the middle of that email exchange we just had, Paul sends Desierto a Skype message that reads, "I woke up with a bad feeling."
Okay, I want to stop you there. Just to be clear, the email that was occurring was with Sherilyn Valente, right? That we just
Correct.
read. And now he's also in that same time frame sending Skype messages to Ms. Desierto?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
So that's at 6:04 a.m. At 7:30 a.m., Matthew Pahl's phone is conducting internet searches or visiting websites, specifically gmtoday.com, the Waukesha Obituaries webpage, and conducts a search on GM Today for Stephanie Pavlons.
So does that mean that he first goes to the Waukesha County Obituaries page and then within that page is searching for that name?
It doesn't appear that the search is made through the obituaries page, just that it's made through GM Today's website.
Okay, so he just goes to the GM Today website and is searching for her name?
Correct.
Okay. At this point in the investigation, does law enforcement know that Stephanie is deceased?
At this point, no.
Okay. Has anyone made any report of Stephanie missing, endangered, or in any way harmed?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Go on. Oh, sorry. Back to we weren't done with that slide.
Then approximately 7:34 to 8:11 a.m., there's several instances of a police scanner app being activated on Matthew Pahl's phone, specifically between 7:34 and 7:44 a.m. Very quickly back open at 7:44 a.m. to 7:46 a.m. and then again at 8:06 a.m. and it remains open until 8:11 a.m. approximately.
Okay, next slide, please. What do we see here on August 26th?
Continuing on August 26th at 10:49 a.m., Ms. Pavlon's cell phone receives, I'm missing one of my records here. So the top line here you're seeing is an outgoing call. Let me make sure I'm reading this right. All right, so the top record that we're seeing there is an outgoing call from Ms. Pavlon's phone. It's not her phone making that call. So there's an incoming call. That call is routed to voicemail. So what we're seeing is the calling number, which is 262-784, is calling out to a number ending in 9999. That is T-Mobile's voicemail. So what's likely to have occurred here is that the phone was off. Therefore, we only have an outgoing call from her phone where that incoming call is being routed out to voicemail. That's why you're not seeing her phone number in this record. At 1:28 p.m. then, there's an outgoing call from Ms. Pavlon's phone where somebody is calling out to check the voicemail on that device.
Okay, and both the incoming call and the outgoing call would have occurred while the device is at or near 1001 Delafield?
On this date, yes.
Okay. And you note for the top record that this is only in her CDR. What does that mean?
So this wasn't recovered from her cell phone. Again, because the device is likely off, just the outgoing call routed to voicemail, I do not see, I did not recover the incoming call on her device for this call. So even though her device is off and the physical device, I don't see that call. I'm able to see that this call did occur based on records from her provider, T-Mobile.
Okay, then what about later that evening?
At approximately 4:32 p.m., so approximately, we'll say 5:28 p.m. to 5:29 p.m., there's 3 incoming calls. The reason I'm changing that is the top call that we're seeing there. This is from Facebook records. The top call there occurs on August 25th. The next 3 calls are back to back to back on August 26th. That's UTC time. So locally here, those 3 calls occur between 5:28 p.m. and 5:29:47 p.m. And those are missed calls from Layla on Facebook.
Okay, and you said that first call actually occurred on August 25th, right?
That's correct.
What time did that occur on August 25th?
Looks like August 25th, 2022 at 4:32 p.m. locally here.
Okay, and all 4 of those calls were missed through Facebook?
According to the Facebook records, yes.
Okay, and only 3 of those actually occurred on August 26th?
Correct.
All right. So if the last call happens at 5:29 p.m., let's go to the next slide, please. What happens at 5:30 p.m.?
At 5:30 p.m., there's an incoming call on Stephanie Pavlon's phone. It's from Layla. That call is getting routed out to voicemail. So here's kind of what I was talking about earlier, but you have an incoming call from a number ending in 6552. It's calling Ms. Pavlon's number ending in 7991. And then you're seeing that call being routed out to voicemail, which is 6552 calling the 9999 number.
Okay. So we have 3 missed Facebook calls and then 1 call to her actual phone number, all from Layla.
Yes, that's correct.
And Layla, you know to be her daughter that she shares in common with Mr. Matthew Pahl?
That's what I was told, yes.
Okay. What happens next?
Approximately 17 minutes later, there's an outgoing call on Ms. Pavlon's phone where somebody is checking the voicemail.
Okay. And again, these calls are occurring at or near 1001 Delafield Street?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Next slide, please. And we need to have the audio, make sure we have the audio turned on. And okay. So what do you see in Ms. Pavlon's phone then on August 26th at 5:30 p.m.?
So it wasn't that clear in the data, but I was able to determine that we recovered a voicemail linked to that call, that incoming call from Layla that was routed to voicemail. We recovered that voicemail from her cell phone, from Ms. Pavlon's cell phone.
Okay. Can we play that voicemail, please?
Well, I figured I'd tell you I'm in the hospital and I broke my leg. So, I guess you never answer your phone. So, I hope you call me back. So, yeah.
She broke her leg. He didn't do
So,
anything.
bye.
He hurts his ankle. She has to.
Okay, so that
Take care of
voicemail
him.
that Layla left at 5:30 p.m., right?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Pahl
Oh, is that her daughter?
someone from Ms. Pavlon's device checked the voicemail at 5:47 p.m.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And
This is,
then what does Mr.
that's the
Pahl
daughter.
say
But
at
he still don't do
approximately
nothing.
5:59 p.m.?
At 5:59 p.m., this is Skype conversation. Matthew Pahl's account messages Desierto's account on Skype. And in part, it reads, "My niece called, left message. She's in hospital and broke her leg. My God, what next?"
Based on that message, would it appear that Mr. Pahl had listened to or heard the voicemail?
Yes, just because in my analysis of the records, which is right below that, I don't see any contact between Layla's phone number and Mr. Pahl's phone number.
Okay, so you went back and checked to see if Mr. Pahl had had any contact with Layla before forming that conclusion?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and they had not spoken why is June 1st your starting date there?
That's about, I think, May 31st is the earliest record we have. So that was from the beginning of the records we have to this date. I did not see any contacts between Layla's phone number and Mr. Pahl's phone number.
Okay. Next slide, please. What are we looking at here?
Continuing on August 26th, there's Skype messaging between Matthew Pahl's account and Desierto's Skype account. At 6:05, Pahl says, in part, "Remember, I told you I have a bad feeling." At 7:38 p.m., Desierto asks, "You're okay, hun?"
He never
At
mentioned
7:39
that
p.m.,
is about the broken
that should
leg,
not
did he?
be Desierto, that should be Matthew Pahl, says not really with an emoji.
Okay. Then what happens later that evening?
At approximately 8:33 p.m., there's an outgoing call from Matthew Pahl's cell phone to a phone number of 262-677-0. Phone call lasts approximately 7 minutes and 50 seconds, and that phone number was identified to me as Marvin Pahl's phone number, Matthew's father.
Okay. Based on that, did I ask you, and did law enforcement, Detective Plennis and Detective Fredericks, ask you to do an analysis of when Mr. Marvin Pahl made any phone contact with Mr. Matthew Pahl?
Yes.
Okay. We can go to the next slide, please. Is this
And you
I
know
have
his
this
father
slide and
is
one
not
more slide,
on
Judge,
the
for August
prosecutor's or the
26th.
state witness list.
And then I was prepared to stop.
I wonder why.
I'm
Okay.
glad you were prepared.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
What are we looking at here, Detective?
So this is portions of the call detail records from Matthew Pahl's phone number. And I built this based on incoming or outgoing calls between Matthew Pahl's phone number and Marvin Pahl's phone number ending in 0469. And what I noted is there's just over a 2-month gap. So there's a call on June 21st, 2022. And then there's just over 2 months. The next call is that call that we just talked about on August 26th, 2022. I did not observe any contact between their phone numbers between June 21st and August 26th, 2022.
Okay, and the following records between August 26th and 9/17, those are all later listed in our timeline analysis?
Correct.
All right, our last and final slide, Detective. This is the last slide from August 26th. Tell us what else you observed about activity on August 26th.
So shortly after the phone call that we just talked about, there's some police scanner app usage. Specifically, the application is brought into focus. Should mean it's the main application on the screen the user's seen. It's brought into focus at 8:47 p.m. approximately, and it's closed at approximately 8:52 p.m. It's again reopened and brought to focus at 8:55 p.m. and it's closed at approximately 9:09 p.m.
Okay, and what else happens that evening?
At approximately 9:23 p.m., Matthew Pahl's Skype account messages Desierto's Skype account, and it reads, "I really don't know. My mind is going in circles, but I did call my dad. He's kind of worried too."
Okay, thank you, Judge. That completes August 26th.
Okay, and we're at page 56 on this. All right, let's finish up for the day, folks, okay?
Absolutely.
I'm going to excuse the jurors now. Anything?
Set everything up and make sure that person will be able to take care of me. That's it. That's the whole plan. Matthew Pahl responds on 8/20 of 2022 at 9:45 a.m. Hey, before I forget, were you on Messenger today at 3 p.m. there? Sherlyn Valente responds at 5:31 p.m. Hon, I just checked my Messenger. Look, there were 2 parents messaging me in the middle of the night. I told you, there are parents like that. It's irritating, unamused. I didn't answer. Matthew Pahl responds at 6:25 p.m. Wait, I'll comment on your feeble defense. As we know, Messenger works when you're on it or when you message through Facebook. Your light goes on, and I'm sorry, but your light was on many times late at night. We won't elaborate on who yet. Matthew Pahl responds at 6:26 p.m. Just like I know you were on 53 minutes ago. Matthew Pahl responds at 6:31 p.m. I won't debate with you. When I get there, just hope you pass tests, because if you don't, I'll understand you can't change, and that's okay because I'll make change. Matthew Pahl responds 6:32 p.m. You can't lie or make up stories to the test. It's final. It says YN Angel. Matthew Pahl responds at 6:38 p.m. All I ask is loyalty and honesty, and I'll guarantee I will change the right person's life. Anyways, coffee now. Matthew Pahl responds at 6:55 p.m. No light here does not go on when somebody calls you. Both Layla and Stephanie have showed me this before I sent you that computer. Matthew Pahl responds at 6:59 p.m. Enough right now, hon. If you want good partner, you have to be one as well. Yes, I know parents have called late. Matthew Pahl responds Matthew Pahl responds on 8/21 of 2022, 3:49 a.m. Hey, if you so broke, how you afford food and catnip, if I may ask? Matthew Pahl responds at 3:51 a.m. Oh, I guess you're not broke, or you wouldn't need to borrow. Matthew Pahl responds at 4:09 a.m. Don't tell me what to think or say. Tell that to your husband. Matthew Paul responds at 4:17 a.m. I'm done with your drama. I'll be talking to the Virgin this morning. She doesn't talk stupid. Matthew Paul responds at 4:19 a.m. You bet, in fact, she is moving up for me to see first. You hurt yourself with your lies and your B, that's followed by 7 asterisks, so it's B and then 7 asterisks, and your smart mouth. Matthew Paul responds at 4:20 a.m. Until you can talk to me with respect and stop blaming me for your problems, don't text me. The next, Matthew Paul responds on 9/5 of 2022 at 6:42 a.m.
Before you read that, let me ask you a question. That's a pretty big gap from August 21 to September 5, correct?
That's correct.
Were there messages in there that we just didn't include in our exhibit?
I believe their messages had stopped and Skype at that point.
There was no communication between Mr. Paul and Ms. Valente for a couple of weeks?
Correct.
Okay. Go ahead, please read line 36.
Matthew Paul responds on September 5th, 2022 at 6:42 a.m. What's the matter? You don't check emails like your messenger. Matthew Paul has an outgoing call at 11:02 a.m. It's 2 hours, 6 minutes, and 32 seconds. And then Matthew Paul has an outgoing text at 8:33 p.m. Yep, when I get back, I'll be checking the flight tickets. I can't believe this time is coming soon. And that has happy at the end. Matthew Paul responds on September 7th, 2022 at 6:37 a.m. Wiggling, W-I-G-G-L-I-N-G. I can't see. Don't do any good. You tell that to everyone, that you're going to make it up to them. How? Through dreams? You also had more than a year to be friends with Steph. Now suddenly you want to act like friend. Then back in April, I tell you, just leave her alone. But your excuse is she reached out to you. So what? Sherlyn Valente responds at 6:40 a.m. I'm sorry about Steph. I just realized that she's been so good to me, and all she needed was a friend, and I failed her. Sherlyn Valente responds at 6:42 a.m. I just thanked her because, COZ, despite of everything, she still managed to reach out to me. I felt like my conscience was bothering me. I should have done better. You're right. It was too late. Sorry, hon. Matthew Paul responds at 7 a.m. I just deleted what I wrote because I'm going to show you on video one day. Yes, you're right, but it's okay because the situation was funny, hon. I told you she wasn't being a good friend either, and to just leave it alone. Chat later about that. I'm washing up now. Sherlyn Valente responds at 7:02 a.m. Okay, hon, sorry again. I know there's no one who knows her best but you. I just want to show her some respect for being kind to me as well. Okay, baby, wash up good. Matthew Paul responds at 7:33 a.m. I like when I get short, close to honest answers. And it says hysterical in parentheses. Because I already, your phone had a flurry of activity close to 9 a.m., your time. I just don't have the time or patience anymore to keep checking. Either people are going to be honest with me or they're not. If they're not, then they have to move on, and I've gone through too much stress with Steph and her problems. Sometimes I wonder if I'm ever going to get just one woman around me that can be normal. Sherlyn Valente responds at 7:53 a.m. Yes, hon, we will. Everything is different when we meet in person. I know, and you always say it, that you're a sweet and loving person, which I could feel even on screen. I want to feel you and feel me as well. I always pray for us, hon. Matthew Paul has an outgoing message on September 9th, 2022 at 3:55 p.m. Hun, call me quick. Sherlyn Valente responds at 4:11 p.m. with a call. It's 14 minutes and 10 seconds. Sherlyn Valente at 5:27 p.m. Sends a message. It just says her name. It says Sherlyn, S-H-E-R-L-Y-N, M. Valente, V-A-L-E-N-T-E. And it says, the block, it's B-L-K, and then a space, the number 5. Samagata, it's S-A-M-A-G-T-A. Floodway. Danglita, it's D-A-L-A-N-G-H-I-T-A, and then S-T, period. And it's a capital B, R-G-Y, space, San, S-A-N, space, Juan, and then space, Tate, T-A-Y, T-A-Y, Rizal, R-I-Z-A-L. Sherlyn Valente responds at 5:28 p.m. 0927751644. Sherlyn Valente responds at 5:31 p.m. Zip code 1920. And Sherlyn Valente calls Mr. Paul at 5:54 p.m. It's a 57-minute and 52-second call. Matthew Paul sends a message on September 11th, 2022 at 3:49 p.m. I'm going to delete this text after I tell you something, but I really shouldn't text it. Sherlyn Valente responds at 3:50 p.m. Okay, if it will help you, get that out of your chest. Matthew Paul responds at 3:50 p.m. Can you call me for just 2 minutes? Then I'll let you go after I spank your butt. Sherlyn Valente responds at 4:07 p.m. She calls, and it's a 14-minute and 24-second call. Matthew Pahl replies with a message at 9 p.m. I hope I make it through tomorrow. Nothing stupid happens. Sherlyn Valente responds at 9:03 p.m. That's great. Remember, if you'll be invited for interrogation or anything, it says Renain, it's R-E-N-A-I-N, calm, because, B-C-O-Z. You can think better when you're calm. Sherlyn Valente responds at 9:04 p.m. After all, you know the truth, and the truth will always come out. Matthew Pahl replies at 9:08 p.m. The family called, and somebody said nobody has seen her. Matthew Pahl replies with another message at 9:08 p.m. or heard.
And that completes Exhibit 149.
Correct.
Thank you. Again, as with the case of Ms. Desierto, there were many, many other messages between Mr. Pahl and Ms. Valente that are not in Exhibit 149, correct?
That's correct.
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. You heard yesterday afternoon when you were reading the Skype messages with Mr. Pahl and Ms. Desierto, there was a message in which he referred to being with his dad and doing some banky business with his dad and things like that, correct?
Yes.
Did you make an effort to explore any contacts between Mr. Matthew Pahl and his father, Mr. Marvin Pahl?
Yes.
And were you able to obtain phone records to show any contacts between the two of them?
Yes.
And that would be from Matthew Pahl's cell phone provider?
That's correct.
Okay. And you knew the telephone number for Mr. Marvin Pahl as well?
Correct.
Okay. I'd like to put up for the witness only 148, please. Do you recognize, oh, is it up?
It's up.
Okay. Do you recognize this document, sir?
Yes.
What is 148?
These are the phone contacts between Matthew Pahl and his father, Marvin Pahl.
And what's the date range on this?
The date range is June 21st of 2022 through September 17th of 2022.
And is this a true and accurate summary of the phone records detailing contact between Matthew Pahl and his father?
Yes.
Move to admit 148 and permission to publish, Your Honor.
Objection? No, sir. All right, 148 admitted. Go ahead.
Can you zoom in on that a little bit, please? Make it a little easier to read. Okay. I'm not going to have you read every one of these.
Thank you.
There's the good news. But I'd like to start at the top, and the very first entry, excuse me, is for a date of June 21 of 2022.
Correct.
Did they have telephone contact that day?
It appears they had a short duration. There was a short duration phone call.
And these are Matthew Pahl's records, so incoming means that his dad was calling him?
Correct.
Okay. So line 1 suggests that his dad called him. There was a 19-second phone call on June 21 of 2022, correct?
Correct.
The next line I see is the date of August 26, 2022, correct?
Correct.
Were there any calls or phone contacts between Matthew Pahl and Marvin Pahl that are not on Exhibit 148 from June 21 to August 26?
Not with the number that we had from Marvin Pahl.
Okay. So it was about 2 months since they had last spoken, according to the phone records that we had available.
Correct.
Okay. And on that date of August 26, it appears Matthew called Marvin, correct?
Yes.
And they spoke for a period of 7 minutes and 50 seconds.
Correct.
The next day, Marvin calls Matthew and they speak for over an hour.
Correct.
Hour 23 minutes. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. On the date of September 9th, around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 13:06. Well, 12:10 and 13:06. There's 2 phone calls from Matthew to Marvin, both about 17 minutes in length.
That's correct.
Okay. And then on the date of September 11th, I see a 49-minute call from Marvin to Matt.
Correct.
And on the 14th, there's a 32-minute call
Correct.
from Matt to Marvin.
That's correct.
Okay. And this is, unlike the Skype messages we were just talking about, this is a full excerpt of telephone records of the contact between these 2 men from this date range, correct?
Correct.
Okay. There's nothing outside of this that we didn't put in the chart.
Not between Matthew Pahl's number and the phone number for Marvin Pahl's father.
Okay. Now, the last entry there is on September 17th of 2022, around the hour of 1500, which is 3 o'clock in the afternoon, correct?
Correct.
What was occurring with your investigation at that time?
At that point, there was a search warrant being served at Matthew Pahl's residence.
Okay. All right. Continuing with items recovered from Matthew Pahl's 2022 cell phone. Were you able to review his web browser history from that device?
Yes.
And were you able to see searches that he may have conducted on the web on that device?
Yes.
Okay, I'd like to put up for the witness only, please, 151. Do you recognize 151?
Yes.
What is 151, please?
151 is the search history from Mr. Paul's cellular phone that was taken on September 17th, 2022.
Okay. And is this a document that you generated?
Yes.
How'd you do that?
We take, when we do the forensic download, it's like a Cellbrite is the program that's used. You're able to tag certain items you find for evidence or pertinent items to your investigation. And those items you can flag and then generate a report, which will just pull those out as opposed to the entire phone.
Sure, so he may have been searching for recipes or something, but that wasn't relevant to you, so you wouldn't flag that or tag it.
That's correct.
Okay, so there's other searches, but these are the ones that you thought were relevant to this investigation.
Correct.
Okay. Is this a true and accurate representation of the search history or the web history that you reviewed on Mr. Paul's 2022 phone?
Yes.
Move to admit 151 and permission to publish, Your Honor.
Any objection? No, sir. It's admitted and you may publish.
So in this exhibit, the date and time is actually in reverse order, correct?
Yes.
So that the most recent search he had completed prior to the phone being seized is at top, and then we're going to go down.
Correct.
Okay. So tell us what we're looking at here before we dive into this too much. Can you just explain the various columns, the ones that are relevant or that contain information?
So it'll show, it says title is that, I guess that second box or second column. That'll be the title of the website that a person went to. Then the URL will be the website itself. It'll show the last date that the website was visited, and then the next one had the last visit. It'll